Welcome back to another Bolt tutorial. If you're in real estate or property management but don't know much about software development, then this video is for you. In this video, you'll learn all about Bolt, how to use it, and how simple it is to build out custom software for your real estate business. We'll go through the process of duplicating an existing Bolt project template, then how powerful our AI agent is when it comes to customizing the project for your requirements. Then we'll add an email integration using the tool Resend, and we'll build out a Bolt database for lead generation. Finally, we'll create a custom tool for your clients to use. To follow along with this tutorial, you can grab the templates from the URL listed in the description below. So let's dive in. We're going to start with the property listing website template. Once selected, your page should look like this. Let's start by clicking on the project name dropdown. Click the duplicate button and your project will duplicate. You can tell that you're in the duplicated project because if we click on rename, now we can see the project's been duplicated. I like to give it a new name. Let's call it 42 Wallaby Way. Let's quickly look through this project and see where it stands. We can see the hero section has this gorgeous image as the background. If we scroll down, we've got overview, property details, amenity, gallery, and more. Let's start off by changing the listing agents. To do so, it's incredibly simple. Just come down here to the prompt box, click the plus button, and click attach file. Let's select the two images that we want to upload as the agent's headshots. We can see they've been uploaded into the prompt box. And here's our prompt. Notice it's nothing technical, it's simple English. Please replace the current listing agent's photos with these photos. Also, change their details to Dom Dallas and Jenny Justice. This is our model selector. I usually like to go with Max. And let's send off the prompt. About 1 minute later, and the agent has been able to comprehend our request, change the images and their information, and update the code in this website so that we now see this updated. Let's try something else. I've added an image and here's our prompt. Again, notice how simple and plain English it is. Change the hero image background to the image provided. Make the hero text more modern font, left aligned and higher up, and animate in when the page loads. Also add a call to action button to scroll to the request info section. And let's build. And just like that, the agents completed our request, and here we can see the new hero section with the call to action button. If we click it, it does exactly what we asked for. Now let's try something a little bit more advanced. Here's our prompt. When somebody fills out the form to request information, I would like to receive an email with their details. Now, you may not know how to implement this technically, and that's where plan mode comes in. Let's simply put the agent in plan mode, and now it's not going to make any changes to your project. It's simply going to propose a plan. Now let's send off this prompt. A minute later, and this is what the agent's saying. Step 1 is it's going to create a Bolt database edge function. Now, if this is starting to sound a little too technical for you, don't worry. You can often trust the agent that it'll make the best decisions for you. Step 2, it wants us to store the Resend API key in our secrets. It'll update the form and add the client into our database. It's asking us some clarifying questions, so let's answer these. With those answered, let's take it off plan mode, and now let's build this out. In the meantime, let's look into the email service that it just told us about, Resend. This is a popular emailing service that you can attach to your Bolt project. Let's create an account, and once we've done that, let's go create a new API key. Create API key, we'll call it real estate site, and add. Now let's copy this secret API key. Jumping back into the project, the agent's finished its prompt. We can see that it's set up the Bolt database. Also, it's asking us for our Resend API key. So we'll click Open Secrets. Next to Resend API key, we're going to paste that value we just copied and click Create Secret. Secret's created successfully. Now let's test this out. So we've filled out all of the inputs of this form, and let's click Send Message. The user sees that their message has been sent successfully. And if I jump over into my email, I've received an email from Tommy Tamworth showing their email, their phone, and the message we just entered. Just like that, you've set up your very first integration within Bolt with one prompt. Now, the final thing we'll look at on this project is how to set up your own database. A database is a great way that you can capture and store information. So here's our prompt. Add a simple, minimalistic email capture form to the hero section saying, email me with inspection times, and save these emails to the database. Again, let's put it in plan mode, and we'll send off the build. The plan's complete, and the Bolt agent wants to do 3 things. First of all, it wants to create a table in the database where it can save these emails, and it's determining the database schema for us. Secondly, it'll update the front end so it's got an email capture form in the hero section, and then it'll wire up the Bolt database client. We can read through the summary, and if we're happy with that, let's go ahead and click implement this plan. Just like that, the email collection form has been added to the hero section. Let's now add an email to it. It says you're on the list. And now to check the database, come up here, click on the database icon, and now we can see the inspection emails table. Let's click on this to open it. And the email we just entered, maddie@gmail.com, has been saved. Let's imagine we now have a bunch of emails. We can click on all of them and export as a CSV or JSON file for you to send out a group email. So there we go. In this project, you've learned how to use the Bolt agent also in plan mode so that you can prompt changes to your project. Once you're ready to go live with it, we can simply click share, and you can add emails that you want to collaborate on the project with. Or if you're ready to publish the site for the world to see, simply click publish. Bolt has an inbuilt security scan, so you can click review security. It's warning us that anybody can submit their email, which isn't really a problem, so we can ignore this. And now let's click publish. The site's now live at this URL. And if we want to customize this, simply click edit. I'm happy with 42 Wallaby Way. This is available, so let's click save. With that published to the new domain, let's click on this site, and here we can see it live on the web for anybody to interact with. They can enter their email, and they can even fill out this request information form where we will receive those emails. Well done. Now that you've learned the basics of Bolt and how to modify a simple project, let's jump into some slightly more complicated examples showing you all of the possibilities, what you can build with Bolt. Let's now look at a duplicated version of the buyer representation compensation template that we've provided on this site too. The purpose of this site is to demonstrate how easy it is to build a custom calculation tool that you can share with your clients. They can simply click on a link to this site, they can change their target home price, change the search length, the seller contribution, and whether it's a percentage or a flat fee. Also, if we look at the page navigation, we can see how easy it is to build out this tool in your brand's tone and voice, choosing custom colors, fonts, etc. Now let's add a few prompts so you can see how easy it is to customize a tool like this for your clients. Here's our prompt. The default target home price should be $850,000. The search length should be 60 days and the seller contribution should be 2%. Also use dark blue as the primary color instead of dark orange. And build. The agent's finished working, and now when a first-time user comes to this page, these are the defaults that they will see. Here's our prompt. Add a welcome modal to this page, which looks like a custom welcome from Dennis Crawford message, explaining that this is a custom built tool to help you understand your fees. At the bottom, add a continue to tool button with confetti when clicked. Let's plan this out and send off the prompt. Now, one of the great things about plan mode is it can often catch your mistakes and identify edge cases. So in this case, notice I said Dennis Crawford, but our real estate agent is Davis Crawford. It goes ahead and it asks us, do you mean Dennis or do you actually mean Davis? Often in software development, edge cases that we may not have considered may emerge when we're developing. And that's where plan mode comes in really handy. It'll help us clarify these. So now let's turn it off plan mode and build. The prompt's complete. Let's now test it out. We can see we've got this modal, and if we hit continue to tool, there we go, some confetti, and the tool is now visible. Let's try something a little bit more complicated. Let's ask the agent to build us another tool, this time being a compound interest calculator. So here's our prompt. Under the what's included in every structure section, please add another tool, which is a compound interest calculator, which uses a slider for the length of investment and interest rate. Plan mode, and build. Let's answer the clarifying questions. Notice that we're asking for the final result to be a year-by-year bar chart. We'll turn it off plan mode and let's build. Now in one prompt, the Bolt agent has successfully been able to structure this compound interest calculator. Notice that if we change any of these values, we can see that the bar chart on the right is updating in real time, showing a final value and the total interest earned. So there we go. In this video, we've covered how you can use Bolt to create a custom landing page for one of your property listings and also build out a custom tool for your clients. We've only scratched the surface on what Bolt is capable of, and we've seen clients build out entire property management sites. If you're impressed with the capabilities of Bolt and opt in for a Teams plan, then you'll be seeing more of me. Every week, I run a live workshop showing you new and exciting ways that you can use Bolt. Plus, we have a wide variety of tutorials on our YouTube. With that, I hope you've enjoyed the video and good luck building in Bolt.